talk about Ogbanje just, so that what I would say would not be seen as a criticism of someone's position and identity. I don't want to get into that. But the Ogbanje in Igbo, society is not a good thing. The Ogbanje, and it's only because not that the person who is Ogbanje is not valued. It's that the reason you have an Ogbanje is someone, and as with Abiku, who did not cut their ties properly when they transitioned into this realm, knowing fully well that the Igbo and many African societies, believe in a cyclical, in a cycle of life, that birth is not the beginning of life. It's only a transition point, just as death is not the end of life. It's another transition point. The Ogbanje is someone who, in making that transition, did not take this, what they needed to enter this realm. And so that's why they are always asking or trying to go back, because they did not have all the tools they needed in this realm. And that is why, the birth and rebirth and so forth, it's this cycle of attempts, but there's a break for that. And that is why the Ogbanje is not supposed to be a permanent status and state, because either the person dies and keeps returning, or that cycle is broken by the family, which is, of course, documented in Things Fall Apart, with Okonkwo's daughter, who was an Ogbanje, whose Iowa, that's a thing that is left on the other side, that the Ogbanje keeps wanting to go back and retrieve. That the Iowa has to be found and symbolically returned, and that's how you break the cycle of Ogbanje. So anyone who considers himself or herself as an Ogbanje, the question is there something being done about it, or is it sort of a half gesture identification with this important phenomenon in Igbo culture? Because if it is referring to the Ogbanje of Igbo culture, then the question any Igbo person who understands that culture would ask is, so what are you doing about that? What is your family doing about that to break that cycle, to go and retrieve your Iowa? That's how